Good evening, I'm meteorologist Meg Ryan here with your weather impact show. Tim Buckley has the night off. So here's what we've seen for the past week or so. If you look at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, those warm days, even before Wednesday, it was 70 degrees. Then we saw that big drop off when it comes to temperatures. Thanksgiving Day, only high of 49. And then we've seen highs only in the 40s for the past several days. So let's take a look at what we saw today. We saw temperatures dip down to right around the freezing mark this morning and then climbing up to the mid 40s by this afternoon. We saw some sunshine this morning, but then a few more clouds for this afternoon. Let's take a look at the almanac. You can see that sunshine, see those clear skies, and then those clouds really started to thicken up as we get into the afternoon. So our high temperature today officially made it up to 45 degrees after a morning low of 31, and that 45, that's about 10 degrees cooler than where we should be for this time of the year. No precipitation in the rain gauge today, but that will change as we head into tomorrow as we have a good soaking rain headed our way. So temperatures today did make it into the mid 40s across many areas. Mount Airy saw 45, 38 up in Jefferson, 46 in Hickory, and 46 also down in Lexington. Right now in Greensboro, it's 39 degrees, cloudy, and that dew point starting to rise a little bit as that moisture comes our way. That's going to be our rainmaker that's going to give us a good helping of rain coming up for tomorrow. So we're dry right now, but that is not going to be the case for tomorrow morning as we have a good soaking rain headed our way. Temperatures in the upper 30s to right around 40 degrees in many areas across the Piedmont Triad. So here's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to keep it dry throughout the evening and into the early nighttime hours. We have a weather impact alert day only for the first half of tomorrow, beginning about midnight and ending right around lunchtime. So while this is going to be a quick system, it is going to be impactful for the time that it is here. Wednesday and Thursday, much quieter, and then we will talk about Friday. But first, we need to talk about our weather impact alert, which begins around midnight tonight and goes until midday tomorrow. Here's what you can expect: a cold rain, and it's going to be a fairly consistent rain, and you're going to have pockets of more moderate and even heavy rain at times. Up in the foothills in the mountains where temperatures can get slightly below freezing, we do have a winter weather advisory where we are concerned about some slick spots and some freezing rain up in those areas. So as you prepare for tomorrow, not only is it going to be cold, but it's going to be wet. That also means it's going to impact the morning commute. So drive safely, drive slowly, but also with kids. If they're at the bus stop in the morning, please dress them appropriately. I know they don't like the umbrella. I know they don't like the heavy coats, but they're going to be glad they have it as they're waiting for the bus in the morning. So let's take a look at where the system is right now. Down over the south, lots of moisture with this. You can see all the rain over Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, all the way up to Tennessee. This is what is coming our way. And when we have systems that come from the south like this, they typically have a lot of moisture with them. We saw clear skies this morning. The clouds that we saw this afternoon, that is out ahead of this storm system. That's what's going to bring us the wet weather coming up for tomorrow. So up in the foothills in the mountains, winter weather advisory begins at 7 p.m. and goes until noon tomorrow. That's the counties you see highlighted here. For our viewing area, that's going to be Wilkes, Yadkin, Surrey, Stokes, Allegheny County, but of course up in the mountains as well. Once you get into those much higher elevations, then we also have the concern of a little bit of snow. But this is, again, a short system. So dry for the rest of the evening tonight. Then overnight, around midnight or so, we'll start to see that rain. And once it's here, you're going to feel it. It's going to be a good dose of rain, heavy at times. And what's interesting is because it's coming in overnight, those clouds are actually going to keep our temperatures a little bit warmer than they would have been, which means we are going to stay above freezing. So this is not going to be a slick event for us in the Piedmont Triad. It is a concern for the foothills in the mountains. All this moisture is associated with this area of area of low pressure. It's a quick mover. Is bringing the rain in quickly. Is only going to be about a 12-hour event, and then once it moves out, it's going to take the rain with it. Tomorrow afternoon is going to be dry. That high pressure is going to build back in. So we're going to have a dry afternoon. Wednesday and Thursday are also going to be dry with this system. So here's what you can expect for tomorrow. In the morning, mid-30s for temperatures, on top of rain, which could be heavy at times. So this is that cold rain that we keep talking about, where temperatures are going to stay in the 30s throughout the morning. After lunchtime, they'll start to increase into the 40s, but depending on how much sun we can get will determine what our high temperature is going to be. So based on what I'm looking at right now, I'm going for 47, based on how soon I think the sun is going to peek out between those clouds. But that is going to be the major factor in what our afternoon temperatures actually end up being. So let's take you hour by hour. Here is midnight. You can see the rain almost here, and we're already starting to see some of that icing conditions up in the foothills and the mountains. Rain is here for the morning commute, 7 a.m. You can even see some pockets of some heavier rain. If you're around Asheboro and points to the south, it's even possible you could hear some rumbles of thunder with this system as it comes through. But it's a quick mover. Look how quickly that rain moves out of here. Here it is 12:40. Most of the rain is gone. We could have some lingering drizzle and temperatures in the low 40s. But yeah, then we dry out. You can see some of those peaks between the clouds. So some sunshine is possible for tomorrow afternoon. And like I said, that is going to have an impact on what our afternoon temperatures are going to be. This is a soaker. Even though it is a short system, it's going to drop some serious rain. We're looking at half, 3/4, maybe even an inch of rain all in total. And again, this is just over a 12-hour period. But of course, we need this rain, don't we? We continue to be in that drought status. I think we only had a little bit over half an inch of rain, about half an inch of rain for the whole month of November. It wasn't, and we should have gotten like 3 inches. So we definitely need the rain, and we need it. So no rain so far for today, of course, but that is definitely going to change as we head into tomorrow. We'll jump ahead and take a look at your 7-day forecast, if we can. Well, we'll take a look at Friday. This is another system we're watching. It's going to be dry for Wednesday and Thursday. And as we head into Friday, we're going to keep our eye for the possibility that we could see some wintry weather.